friends, Christine here from Spotted Horse Design Company, and today I'm super excited to teach you how to make my Modern Arrow crochet tote bag that is perfect for carrying around your laptop, tablet, journal, and actually I just got back from a trip to Colorado and I used my bag to carry around my snacks in the airport and it was perfect. So really, you can use this tote bag for just about anything. So let's talk about the supplies that you're going to need. So today I am using Lion Brand 24/7 worsted cotton yarn. Now, you guys, this is just a project that I frogged. I do not have an entire whole skein of this. So this is what we're working with. So I'm kind of going to keep this just out of the shot so you don't have to look at my messy ramen noodle skein of yarn, but this is Lion Brand 24/7 worsted cotton yarn. You can use any cotton yarn you'd like, just make sure it's worsted weight. Now you're going to need, you're going to need about 2 skeins of the color that you choose for the bag body, and then for the handles, if you'd like a contrasting color for the handles, you're going to need about a half a skein to make the handles of the bag as well. You're also going to need a pair of scissors, a 4mm crochet hook or a G hook, tapestry needle, and 1 stitch marker. All right, so to get started, we are going to make a chain of 41. So go ahead and pause this video, work 41 chains, and then I will meet you back here to start our first round. All right, now once you've made your 41 chains, I actually like to go back and double and triple check that I do indeed have 41 chains. So if you want to take a second to go do that, go ahead and pause this video. Otherwise, if you are certain you've got 41 chains, let's go ahead and begin. So we are going to start our first round by working into the second chain from the hook. You are going to work 1 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. And now you're going to continue to work 1 single crochet in each chain all the way across until you get to the very last chain. Okay, so go ahead and pause this video, work 1 single crochet all the way until you get to the very last one. You will make a single crochet in this very last chain. And then I will meet you back here. We're actually going to turn the corner and work the other side of the chain as well. We're going to make an oval. This is going to be the base of our bag. So again, go ahead and pause this video, work those single crochets all the way across, and then I'll meet you back here and we'll start working up the other side of our chain. All right, now once you've made it to the end of your starting chain, you should have already made 1 single crochet in this very last chain, but we're going to go ahead and make 3 more single crochets in this last chain. And you're going to notice as you work these 3 single crochets, you're going to actually start to turn the corner, and then the other side of your chain is going to be facing upward. All right, and once you've made 4 single crochets total in that very last chain, you can see how now we've kind of turned that corner. And now we're going to begin working the bottom side of this chain, and you are just going to work 1 single crochet in each chain, again, the bottom portion of the chain, all the way until you get to the end here. Okay, so once you get to the very last, I know it's kind of hard to see here in the video, but basically you're just going to work 1 single crochet all the way until you get to this very first single crochet you made at the beginning of your starting chain. So go ahead and pause this video, work your single crochets all the way across, and then I will meet you back here and we will finish up this round and start the next round together. And once you've come to the end of the back side of your starting chain, I already have 1 single crochet in the very last chain. I'm going to make 2 more for a total of 3 single crochets in this very last chain. And now I'm just going to join with a slip stitch to the very first single crochet that I made on the right side of the starting chain. And now this is going to be the base of your tote bag. You have a very long, slender oval shape. And now if you go and count every stitch all the way around, you want to make sure you do this before we get any farther, because if your stitch count is off, you're going to have to go back and frog all the way to the beginning. But you should have a total of 84 single crochet stitches all the way around. All right, now to start round 2, go ahead and chain 1. And we are not going to turn, we're just going to continue working in rounds for the entire bag pattern. So the chain 1 does not count as a stitch, so I'm going to go ahead and work 1 single crochet in that very first stitch. And now we're just going to work 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So go ahead and pause this video. Work 1 single crochet stitch all the way around this oval, and then I'll meet you back here to start round 3. All right, now once you've worked 1 single crochet all the way around, you're just going to go ahead and join with a slip stitch to the very first single crochet of this round and chain 1. And now you can see how your oval is starting to fold up a little bit now. Now, once again, the chain 1 does not count as a stitch, so we are going to work into this very first stitch here, and we are going to repeat this sequence all the way around. So we're going to work 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. And now you're going to chain 1, skip 1, and now we're going to start that sequence over again. So you're going to work 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Chain 1, skip 1, and now we'll start the sequence over again. So again, that sequence is 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Chain 1, skip 1, and now you're going to start the sequence all over again. So you're going to continue that sequence all the way around until you get to the end of this round. So go ahead and pause this video, repeat that sequence all the way around, and then I will meet you back here to start round 4. All right, welcome back. So once you've come to the end of this 3rd round, you should have a total of 63 single crochet stitches and 21 chain 1 spaces. And you also, I want to note, you should also end this round with a chain 1, which I have here. We're going to skip 1, and now we're just going to join with a slip stitch to the very first stitch made in this round. So again, you should have ended this round with a chain 1 and skip 1. All right, so now you're going to want to grab your stitch marker and you're going to insert it into this skipped stitch, this very last stitch that you just skipped of this round. You are going to mark this stitch. Now, this isn't necessary, I guess, but for me, I found it hard to find this skipped stitch at the beginning of every round. So I just decided to mark it with a stitch marker. So on not this next round, but then the next round after this, you're going to have to work into this skipped stitch here. So just marking it with a stitch marker makes it easier for me to be able to find it when the time comes to have to work into it. All right, so to begin round 4, you're going to go ahead and chain 1. And again, the chain 1 does not count as a stitch. And you're going to work a double crochet. Now I do always chain 1, even if I work a double crochet. I don't like the chain 2. I feel like it leaves too much of a space. So I always just chain 1. So we're going to work a double crochet into this very first stitch. And now you're going to work a double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And that's going to bring us to our chain 1 space here. You're just going to go ahead and work a double crochet right into that chain 1 space. And now moving forward, you are going to work 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. And that's going to bring us to the next chain 1 space, and you'll work a double crochet into that chain 1 space. And now for the remainder of this round, you are just going to continue to work 1 double crochet in each stitch and in each chain 1 space all the way around. You should end with a total of 84 double crochet stitches at the end of this round. So go ahead and pause this video. Work the rest of this round. Again, just double crochet in each stitch and in each chain 1 space. And then I will meet you back here to start round 5. All right, now once you've come to the end of round 4, your last double crochet stitch should be in this very last chain 1 space that you made on the previous round. And you're just going to go ahead and join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet that you made on this round, and you should have a total of 84 double crochet stitches for round 4. Now to start round 5, if you haven't already, go ahead and chain 1. And because our chain 1 never counts as a stitch, I'm going to go ahead and work 1 single crochet into this very first stitch here. And now we are going to begin our arrow stitch. So we are going to need to locate this skipped stitch that we marked from 2 rounds below. I'm actually going to remove it just to make it easier to work into. So again, you're locating that skipped stitch from 2 rounds below that you previously marked. And we're going to, before I work into this, I'm just going to show you how you're going to insert your hook. You're going to look for that skipped stitch. You're going to insert your hook from front to back and then out the front again. So it's going to look like this. Okay. So again, you're going to insert your hook from front to back and then back out the front. All right. So to start the first arrow stitch, you're going to yarn over twice. And inserting your hook just the way I just showed you, you're going to have to like work backwards a little bit. It's going to feel a little unnatural. Insert your hook from front to back and then back out the front. I'm sorry, that looked really, really awkward. But here we are. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. And you should have 4 loops on your hook. Okay? Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. And now you're going to leave these 2 loops on your hook, and you're going to move forward and locate the next chain 1 space. Here it is for me. And do you see the unworked stitch? This unworked stitch in the center of that chain 1 space? We're going to insert our hook in there just as we did for this last stitch. So again, you're going to yarn over twice. Insert your hook from front to back and then back out the front. Yarn over and pull up a loop. And that's going to give you 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. 3 loops left on your hook. And now you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. And now your first arrow stitch has been made. So now if you look behind this arrow stitch that you just made, this unworked stitch behind this arrow stitch, you're going to skip this. And we're going to work a single crochet into this next stitch here. Whoops. And now you will chain 1, skip 1, and work another single crochet in this next stitch. And now we're going to work another arrow stitch. So what I want you to do first is to locate, we're actually going to share stitches. We're going to locate this, get my needle here so I can point it out, where you just finished your last arrow stitch, that skipped stitch where you worked your last arrow stitch into. we're going to share this with our next arrow stitch, okay? So this is where you're going to be inserting your hook. So to start another arrow stitch, once again, you're going to yarn over twice, locate that same skipped stitch where you finished your arrow stitch in, and again, you're going to kind of pull your hook backwards a bit. Insert your hook from front to back and then back out the front again. Yarn over, pull up a loop. That's going to give you 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. And now you're going to leave these loops on your hook. You're going to move forward and look for the next chain 1 space, again from 2 rounds below. Find that unworked stitch in the center of that chain 1 space. Yarn over twice. Insert your hook front to back and then back out the front. Yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. 3 loops remain, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And now you can see your next arrow stitch has been made. So moving forward, we're going to continue to repeat this same sequence. So once again, you're going to look behind the arrow stitch that you just made. All right, and you're going to skip the unworked stitch that's directly behind the arrow stitch, and you're going to work a single crochet in this next stitch here. Chain 1, skip 1, and single crochet in this next stitch. And now it's time to work another arrow stitch. So I'm going to walk you through that again. So first, we're going to locate this stitch where we finished our last arrow stitch. And that's where we're going to start our next arrow stitch. So you're going to yarn over twice, insert your hook into that unworked stitch. Well, technically it was worked because we worked through it with our last arrow stitch. You're going to pull up a loop, and you've got 4 loops on your hook now. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And now leaving these loops on your hook, you're going to move forward until you find the next chain, oops, I went too far, the next chain 1 space, and you're going to locate that unworked stitch in the center of that chain 1 space. Yarn over twice, and insert your hook into that unworked stitch. Whoops. Yarn over and pull up a loop, and that's going to give you 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And now your third arrow stitch has been made. I'm going to walk you through those steps one more time. So again, we're going to look behind the arrow stitch we just made. You're going to skip this stitch directly behind that arrow stitch, and you're going to work a single crochet into this next stitch here. Chain 1, skip 1, and single crochet into this next stitch. And now it's time to work another arrow stitch. So again, you want to locate this stitch where you finished your last arrow stitch. Yarn over twice, work into that stitch again where you just finished your last arrow stitch. And pull up a loop. You've got 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Leave these 2 loops on your hook, and then moving forward, you're going to look for the next chain 1 space and yarn over twice. Insert your hook into that the unworked stitch in the center of that chain 1 space, and pull up a loop. Now you've got 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And you're going to continue that sequence all the way around, and you are going to end with a chain 1, skip 1, and then we will join to the very first stitch of this round, okay? But for now, just go ahead and pause this video, continue to repeat this sequence all the way around, and again, you're going to end with the chain 1, skip 1. And then I'll meet you back here, we'll finish up this round, and we'll start round 6 together. All right, so I'm actually gonna go through the very last sequence with you, so I have one more arrow stitch to make. And I just thought it might be helpful for some if I do the very last sequence so you can see how I end the row. So I've just finished my single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet. And now I'm going to start my very last arrow stitch. So I'm going to yarn over twice. I'm going to look for this stitch where I just finished my last arrow stitch in, insert my hook, and pull up a loop. I've got 4 loops on my hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And now I'm going to move ahead to actually the very first stitch where I made my arrow stitch in. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over twice, and you can see this is the very first arrow stitch I made. This is the stitch that we actually had our stitch marker in. So again, I yarned over twice. I'm going to insert my hook into that stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. I've got 5 loops on my hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 3. And then again, we're going to skip the stitch that is directly behind the arrow stitch I just made, work a single crochet into this next stitch. I'm going to skip 1. And then that is the end of this round, and I'm going to join now to the very first single crochet stitch that I made on this round. And now before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and grab my stitch marker again, and we're going to continually mark these skipped stitches just so it's easier to see. Again, if you don't feel the need to do that, that's totally fine. But for me, I really felt like I needed to be able to locate this very first stitch. So this skipped stitch, this very last stitch we just skipped, I'm just going to go ahead and mark that with my stitch marker. And now if you want a stitch count for the end of this round, you should have a total of 21 arrow stitches all the way around. So to begin round 6, you're going to go ahead and chain 1. And now you are simply going to work 1 double crochet stitch in each stitch and in each chain 1 space all the way around. So these first 3 stitches of this round you will make, or our first 3 double crochets of this round will be made into stitches. Oh, there's Maybelline. And then after the first 3 stitches, that brings you to the chain 1 space. And I'm just going to work a double crochet stitch into the chain 1 space. So I've got 3, I'm working into 3 stitches, and then I'm working into a chain 1 space. So basically you're just working a double crochet stitch in each stitch and in each chain 1 space all the way around. It's basically just a repeat of round 4. Oops, sorry, she just jumped off and moved my tripod. All right, so again, this is just a repeat of round 4. So go ahead and pause this video and work your double crochet stitches all the way around, and then I will meet you back here to start round 7. All right, now once you've come to the end of this row, your last double crochet stitch should be made into this chain 1 space here from the row below. So once you finish this round, just go ahead and join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet that you made on this row. So now from here on out, all the way until you get to round 31, you are simply going to repeat rounds 5, which is the arrow row, and rounds 6, which is the double crochet row. So you're just going to alternate 5 and 6 and 5 and 6, all the way until you get to round 31. Or you don't even have to get to round 31. If you want your bag a little taller, you can keep repeating 5 and 6 until it's as tall as you want, or you can stop short if you want your bag to be a little shorter. I am, however, going to get you started with round 7 at least, just to give you a refresher of the sequence of how that goes. So go ahead and chain 1. And because our chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, we're going to work into this very first stitch here. You're going to make a single crochet. And now you're going to locate this skipped stitch. I'm going to remove my stitch marker just so there's room to insert my hook in here. All right, so we're not losing sight of this unworked stitch here. You're going to go ahead and yarn over twice, pull your hook back and insert your hook into that unworked stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. You've got 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, leave these 2 loops on your hook, yarn over twice, and now you're going to look for the next chain 1 space. Now it's going to be easier to find on this round because you're basically just going to look into the center of the V, and that's where you're going to find the next chain 1 space, and then there's your unworked stitch in the center of that. So I've already yarned over twice. I'm going to go ahead and insert my hook into this unworked stitch and yarn over, pull up a loop. That's going to give me 5 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through all 3. And now I'm going to skip this unworked stitch behind the arrow stitch I just made, and I'm going to move on and work a single crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, and work a single crochet into the next stitch. And now from here, I'm just going to continue this sequence. I'm going to start my next arrow stitch, but again, I'm going to now share this stitch that I just finished my last arrow stitch in. So again, go back and watch round 5 if you need a refresher for how this round works. And then you're just going to continue to repeat rounds 5 and round 6 over and over and over again until your bag is the height that you want it to be. For me, I stopped when I had 31 rounds total. And that's 31 rounds, you know, counting my bottom rounds here. So 31 rounds total all the way up. So go ahead and pause this video. Again, you're going to repeat rounds 5 and 6 over and over again until your bag is your desired height. And then I will meet you back here and we will put on the finishing rounds, and then I will show you how to make the handles of the bag. All right, welcome back. So I do not have enough yarn to make a full bag on camera. I just have this little bit here, and I actually took out that last row of double crochet stitches that I made because you should have, just like it said in the previous clip, you should have ended after repeating rows 5 and 6 until you get to your desired height. You should end with a round 5. That should have been the last round that you made. So hence, that is the reason why I took out that last row of double crochet stitches, because again, I don't have enough yarn to do another round of arrow stitches. So we're just going to pretend that I've made my entire bag and we have ended with round 5. And now I'm getting ready to put on my final rounds. So for round 32, assuming that you have 31 rounds, if you don't have 31 rounds, that's okay. Whatever round you're on, we're just going to go with that. If you have not already, go ahead and chain 1. I've already chained 1. And because the chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, you're going to work a single crochet into that very first stitch. And now you're just going to work a single crochet into every stitch and every chain 1 space all the way around. You should end with a total of 84 single crochet stitches. So this is basically a repeat of round 6, except you are making single crochet stitches, not double crochet stitches. So go ahead and pause this video you're going to work 1 single crochet in each stitch and in each chain 1 space all the way around. And then I'll meet you back here to put on our last 3 rounds. Now, once you've come to the end of that single crochet round, your last single crochet stitch that you should have made on this round should be in this chain 1 space. And now you'll just go ahead and join with a slip stitch to the first stitch and chain 1. And now for the next 3 rounds, you're going to repeat this next round for the next 3 rounds. You're going to work a single crochet into the first stitch and in each stitch all the way around. And then you will just join with a slip stitch at the end, chain 1, and then repeat this round again for a total of 3 times. If you are following the row count or the round count, that should bring you to round 35. So go ahead and pause this video, put on 3 rounds of single crochet stitches, and then I'll meet you back here to show you how to put the handles on your bag. All right, so welcome back. Now this is my finished bag with my handles already on it, but I just wanted to show you what the top is going to look like. So once you put on those 4 rounds of single crochet stitches, this is what the top of your bag is going to look like. Now, to make the bag handles, I actually recorded a separate video for that. So again, for the handles, I chose to make a contrasting color. I used about a half skein of the Lion Brand 24/7 cotton. Again, I used the same size crochet hook. I used a 4mm also for the handles. So to watch the tutorial on how to make these handles, I will link that in the upper right hand corner of the video now. You should see it pop up for a few seconds. If you missed that link, don't worry, you can go down to the video description on this video and I will link it there as well. But for right now, the main portion of your bag is now finished, and that is the most time consuming part of this whole project. So again, to start your bag handles, that is a separate video, so make sure you just head to the link in the video description of this video here to make your bag handles. Thank you so much for joining me in making this fun arrow stitch tote bag, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!